What is up, YouTubers, and welcome to another episode of Your 5D Journey. My name is Luke Hez, and I'm here to help you shift your vibration, your emotions, your thoughts, your energy, your intention, your purpose to a non-binary place of being. A place of acceptance, a place of grace, a place of observance, and what is that word? Not naivety, like not being naive, but there's an abandonment to being a child, where everything's new, every situation is something you have not witnessed before, and it's really the place to be. So, and let me tell you now, I like to remind people because I was giving a reading today, and I was talking to a woman. And I guess I got a little excited and I was being really theatrical, and she felt a little bit judged by some of the things I was saying. And I want to make this really clear. Anytime I give out a message, it's one of many things. Either A, it's something I've already been through, and I know that this is the best and most sure way and path. Second is I'm going through it right now with you. And maybe I'm struggling with this too. And I mentioned before in a previous video, sometimes I'm giving out a message and 95% of it, I got it down. But that 5%, it's still work for me. And you might only have 45% done. And there's no judgment of spatial awareness in our journeys. I'm literally just here as a vessel, channeling my experience and how I've interpreted my perspective on it. So, today's lesson, I was talking to... It's when I do certain exhales and I scoff a lot, and some people think it's being judgmental. I'm just animated. I'm just really animated. The power to let go is today's message. And I was talking to James, my fiance. Have I mentioned my fiance in here? If you don't know who I am, I'm engaged. His name is James. When we were talking about just what happens through the life cycle, if you decide to be with someone, whether that's just a proclamation, whether you put a title on it, whether you go get a license, like a marriage license, whatever you choose to make this path forward, your life path with somebody else, it's so easy to fall into attachment because we've all lost things. We've lost people, we've lost jobs, we've lost friends, circumstances, money, we've lost. And it's when we lose those things that we want to latch on even harder. And the next time, sometimes, if it shows up, see, there it is. That laugh, it's not judgment. It's not. It's sometimes I'm laughing and I'm exhaling because I'm just I realize how simple it is now. To my brain and where I am on my path, I say something oh, this is so obvious. And I'm laughing at myself because if I was to do it today, which patterns do still show up, can you tell I'm still really attached to this judgment? I'm trying to let it go. She was very kind when she approached me about it. That was something I was very grateful for. But I could feel, and now I'm processing through how I think and how I communicate and how I'm expressing something, and I'm seeing what I mean by blank. We're talking different types of letting go. When we get on our path with our partner, our plus one, or we decide to be a close friend with somebody or a business partner, a million different ways we can get on path with somebody. All relationships come to an end. At some point, there is a disconnection. I don't believe in, I'm sure it's possible. Okay, I'm sure it's possible. I don't believe in two souls being together since the beginning of time through the end of time in infinity. I think I'm pretty well subscribed to the feeling of karma. And I don't know if it's literally my soul is soul number 146.5, and when I die, soul number 146.5 goes into body number 648.6. I'm not sure if I'm like that. I think it's more energetic. It's more of the energy of the consciousness we pass down to people, our behavioral traits and how we operate, our genetics, that. I believe in that ancestral type of karma. Even if you're buying into a relationship that we're soulmates, and when we are separated, we're gonna find them again someday. Even if you're subscribed to that, there's always gonna be a period of separation, and it's my fiance and I were talking about, depending on who died first, how would we react? How would we be? What would we want? How do we comfort each other in that moment of death and loss? And I all of a sudden just realized, it was 2 days ago that I decided to make this video, that learning the power of letting go and not attaching to something is the biggest power we have to gain energy in this life, in this body, in this vessel, in this time, in this soul. Like, it is the most important. See this nervous tick, because I know I don't let go of stuff. I'm getting like itches all over because I have things about me that I hold on to. You know, I hold on to hope a lot. And I'm sure many of you, when watching that moment that I said I hold on to hope, you're going, wait, is he going to say this is a bad thing? Yes. Holding on to hope and holding on to doubt, yes, I would consider that a choice that's not in the highest vibration, it's not in the best, I like that better, it's not in the best and worst vibration for you. Because when we're holding on to something, it means that we're not freeing up our energy, our hands, to allow other things to come through and touch them. You know, I'm getting a visualization now of like putting a child in like one of those science museums, and they have you like touch exhibits and smell exhibits, and you're using your senses, right? It would be like a child feeling something furry and then going over something that was like a jagged rock and wanting to bring the feathers with him. Yes, it's okay to mix them, but then you're never actually experiencing them both by themselves. And that's really like the best way to be fully present is to not mix with other things. So it's like being in the present moment. Like right now, I'm talking to you, my thoughts are flowing to you, and a few times I've gone back to that moment of judgment, I'm not being present. Like, I'm not giving you the now. I gave you the then and the now. And relationships are like that. And learning to let go and not attach to jobs, to moving locations, to your children, to your parents, to your friends, to your current financial state, to your current passions, and what your current talents and the things that you chase are, your hobbies. Like, you know, there is something to be said about stability and about the comfort we get from doing something consistently, because it does provide a feeling. But there's also something to be said about trying new things and new people. And it's something like, you know, throughout my life, I've had so many different passionate pursuits, from singing and acting and dancing and piano and musical theater and acrobatics and gymnastics and dance and karate there for a little bit and Reiki. Like, all of these passions, when they showed up in my life, were like a new partner. They were a new bubble for me to pull into myself, to acclimate, and then to create as part of my being and my vessel and what it is that I am here to do. And our relationships are like that. They grow and they die. And there's a line from a song. It's from Ben Platt. And anyway, the line is, not all things grow, but everything dies. And it just hit me, because everything does die. And I'm not trying to say prepare for loss. I'm just saying don't hold on. Just be. And it's where the energy completely and totally shifts, is when we're just being. And it's okay to feel loss. It's okay to feel grief. It's okay to go through the emotions and then let them go. And so that's my message. I used a really cool thing today on YouTube underneath to light my face. Just wanted y'all to see it. It's beautiful, right? I love these background things. So in case you were wondering where these backgrounds come from, this one in particular is by Angelical Meditation. So it's it's either in French or it's in Spanish. I didn't look for it that way. I find all kinds of like 777 hertz, Archangel Uriel, Tract Abundance, Release, Whole Body Rejuvenation, Complete Body Restoration, Remove All Negative Blockages, Manifestations, Opening, Repairs DNA, Healing. Like, I'm a big believer in frequency and sound and how they shift our, especially when it's in surround sound. So like, I have my bass surround sound speaker down there, which has, I think, 9 speakers in it. It's like 4 in the front and 3 on top and 2 on the sides and the corners. And then I have 2 other speakers that are also top and 2 sides. And they're projecting like a adaptive, intelligent surround sound. It's pretty cool. I got it from my game room, and it needed to be louder to be used. It wasn't like the regular 5.7 system speaker we have. It has a subwoofer too. And so in case you're ever wondering like what that noise is. Now, I have a habit of needing to be building this habit of saying, thank you for coming on today. I appreciate you guys so much. Please, at the bottom of this video, give me a like. Give yourself a like. Give the channel a like. Hit the subscribe button. And then next to the subscribe button, the bell pops up, and you can do like personalized notifications, no notifications, or all notifications. My goal is to release like 3 to 4 videos a week. Sometimes they're daily. Right now, I'm not doing it in a forced way. I'm letting them kind of come to me. Like this message came in 2 days ago, and I'm just now getting it to you because it's just now the right time. Like I knew it was there, and I could have gotten here and shoved it to you, but I was kind of like, no, I need to let go of need to do it now, and go let it happen when it happens. It's really giving me peace. We said subscribe. We said like. You can share. You can share to your Facebook page. You can send it to people directly who might enjoy the wisdom, who might just enjoy my personality. I literally have some people that come on here that have told me like they're like, I know everything that you're saying, and I'm totally in support. I just come on because I liked your energy, and I was like, okay, thanks. Like I'm theatrical. I really, and I've always been like this. It wasn't like I became like this. I've always been big, and so yes, and my eyebrows are still growing in from me shaving them off into my new life. So they're growing in pretty nice. All right, you guys have a blessed day. Thanks for coming on.